everyone, and welcome to, I don't know, certainly not dishing. I'm in the arcade here, and want to talk about the new Super Mario Brothers movie coming out in 2022. Before we talk about it, let's talk about the original Super Mario Brothers movie. I remember the trailers for that thing when I was a kid. I remember being so hyped with my cousin and I wanting to go see it. And we would talk by CB radio even, because his house was not super far from mine, and we had a tower and a CB when I was a kid. And we would talk about that, or we would talk about it on the phone. Either way, we talked about this movie a lot. We were so excited to see it. And went and watched it in the theater, and wow, I have not watched it all the way through since. I've seen bits and pieces here and there since. I did not like that movie. I felt like it was a colossal letdown, and I was just like, what? So then I heard that the guys, Illumination, that make the Minions movies, were in charge of making an animated Super Mario Brothers, and I thought, well, hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, who else better to do it than them or Disney? But, you know, Illumination does great animated movies as far as the animation quality and stuff. I've not seen a bunch of them. I rarely watch an animated film myself, but this is definitely one that has my interest. I did like what Paramount and them did with the Sonic movie. I thought that was good. And we're actually going to talk about the Sonic movie a little bit too, and the reason of that is going to be because I want to talk about the voice cast that Nintendo announced. So they had this big announcement going on, and if you don't ever watch these Nintendo Directs, they're basically like a 30 to 40 minute commercial that Nintendo puts online, and it's full of stuff that they are bringing out. And it could be video games, it could be hardware, it could be just about anything. They'll announce, online, digital-only games and physical games coming up. And so they did a direct this past week, like the internet knew they would, and they announced a lot of cool stuff for the Switch. So Switch owners, that's a good, cool thing. But they also talked about this movie coming out. And they talked about the cast. So, obviously, Chris Pratt is playing Mario. And, as a matter of fact, let's see. Here's a little bit of the announcement. I'll just go ahead and play the whole announcement, and then I'll give you my take afterwards.
Far longer until we can share a glimpse of Mario in action on the big screen. But today, I also wanted to reveal our key cast members who will be voicing Mario and his friends in the movie.
Okay, so they said Chris Pratt. I think I'll cut it off there. I don't want to get copyright striked or something. Anyways, they said Chris Pratt is playing Mario. Now, nothing against Chris Pratt. A couple of the movies I've seen him in. He's an entertaining guy. He seems like a nice person overall. But he's not Mario to me. Charles Martinet is Mario. And let's just continue on here. So they talk about Chris Pratt. And then they said this lady, Anya Taylor-Joy, is Peach. I think I saw her in one of those like X-Men movies or something, X-Mutants or it was something Mutants, the last non-Disney X-Men movie. She played a person in there. I've not really seen her in anything. I know she was really big on that Netflix movie about chess a little while ago. She'll probably do fine as Peach once again. Why can't we get the actress or the voice actor that does Peach to play Peach in this movie? Now, I know you're thinking, hey, they need to get some high-profile people to play characters in this movie. And yeah, that would be fine for certain parts here and there. But the thing is, some of these voice actors have been doing their voices for 20 years or more. Throw them a bone. Let them, Charles Martinet's been Mario for almost 30 years. Think about that. It's insane. So why can't some of them, retain it? And then they talked about Luigi as Charlie Day. Nothing against Charlie Day. I don't know. He seems funny on that Philadelphia show. Never really watched it. Parts I've seen him in, he seems funny. But in my head, again, how's he going to do the voice of Luigi? And it's weird. And then we got to the part that really made me sad. And that is Jack Black as Bowser. I don't care for Jack Black, okay? I really don't. Shallow Hal, I thought was a good movie. He wasn't too obnoxious in that movie. I liked him in Tropic Thunder, but once again, he was a part of that. He wasn't like, this is a Jack Black movie. I did not care for School of Rock. I know other people love that. I didn't think that movie was that good. Jack Black, why? Why is he Bowser? I just don't understand it. A guy that just goes around going, "Urgh, urgh." Seriously. It just makes no sense to me. Then they revealed that Keegan-Michael Key was playing Toad. Okay, that one right there, that's fine. Toad is just a high-pitched guy that, hey, something like that, to that effect. He's probably going to be very good for that part. Toad is always like the butt of jokes in the games and stuff, if not very helpful sometimes. But I could see him doing that. That's probably going to be a fine casting choice there. But it's not one of the super main characters. And Toad is a ubiquitous like if you ever play Paper Mario, especially the new one, Origami King. I just beat it, loved it. Very bittersweet ending. Anyways, there's like hundreds of Toads in that game. Okay, so that's just a character that is a character. It's Toad. I get it. And then we got to this part, and it's like Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. No, I'm not mad Donkey Kong's in the movie. I mean, he was there since the original. Mario was originally in Donkey Kong. The little character at the bottom jumping over the barrels. They've been together since, they go together like bread and butter. I mean, they've been there since the beginning together. But why Seth Rogen? One of the most unfunniest people on the planet. This is not going to be a movie with nasty, crude humor, okay? If you ever look at a Seth Rogen movie where it's kind of funny, it's usually because he's a side character. I didn't think he was super funny in Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin. He was okay in that. He fit the bill, but the whole focus was on Steve Carell. And in the other movies where he's with James Franco, again, James Franco was often the funny part of it. I just do not agree with this at all. This is right down there with Bowser for me. I don't like it. Then they announced that Charles Martinet is actually going to be doing voices in this movie. Cameos here and there. Really? The guy that's been doing the voice of Mario since Mario started talking, and you're just delegating him to the bottom of the list with a bunch of A-list celebrities? Seriously, I'm getting the same vibes I got from the original Mario Brothers movie at this point. I do not think that was a good decision. The man has played, and I know what you're thinking. Well, maybe he doesn't want to throw his voice for the entire movie. Okay, that's fine. But Chris Pratt revealed online in an Instagram post, I think it was, that he was working on the voice. And it's like, so he's got to work on the voice. They're not going to use Chris Pratt's voice. They're going to use Chris Pratt's voice done differently than Chris Pratt talking. And the reason they said Chris Pratt was in it is because Mario's going to be talking a lot. Okay, then here's some ideas. Either let Charles Martinet do the normal Mario like noises and stuff, and in between jumping around and all the noises Mario usually makes, why don't you let him use his voice, or a different voice that wouldn't strain his vocal cords? Or why don't you let him record the movie for a very long time until he can get it out? Now, I could be wrong. I haven't researched this. Maybe they asked him to be the voice and he's like, I don't want to do it that long. But I get the feeling, no. I get the feeling their number one man here has been somehow shoved aside in order to put butts in seats with actors that have nothing to do with the entire series. I could be wrong, but, I hope I am wrong. And then they announced these guys for other characters. So Kevin Michael Richardson is Kamek. I'm not sure who he is. I'm sure he'll do a great job. Kamek is another character, been there since Super Mario World. That's fine. Cranky Kong, Fred Armisen. That's pretty cool. I mean, you could say, well, why didn't they use the Cranky Kong voice from the Donkey Kong cartoon? And the same thing with Donkey Kong's character in there. And that's what I want to talk about, the Sonic part real quick. Sonic movie I did enjoy. I thought it was a great family movie. The story was good. It kept moving. It was very entertaining in parts. Well, not in parts. I mean, it was very entertaining overall. Certain parts of it just hit really good. And the only thing I wondered, the guy that did Sonic's voice was fine. And I know Sonic's voice has changed here and there over the video games and stuff. It ain't like, Charles Martinet here that's been doing Mario since the get-go. But we had several Sonic cartoons that came out. Now, there were Mario Brothers cartoons as well, and Lou Albano used to play Mario. Maybe he's going to do a voice as a cameo in here. He could be. But we had things like this, and Jaleel White, Urkel, from Family Matters, actually voiced Sonic for a long time, and I'm not sure if it was this one or not, but he, that was the only thing I was wondering. Why, wasn't he in maybe like a cameo role or something in the movie, or he could have voiced Sonic himself. That was my only thought there. Then we got this character of Spike, Sebastian Maniscalco. I've never heard of him before. I'm not sure who he is. I'm not sure who Spike is. Maybe that's from the that could be from the Wrecking Crew game on the NES, but don't quote me on that. And then Miyamoto here, getting a lot of gray there, buddy. So he just talked a little bit about the movie. So then here's the listing, and then they posted this. And so that's kind of the poster right now, coming out holiday 2022. So yeah, Nintendo Plus Illumination present Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor-Joy, Charlie Day, Jack Black, Keegan-Michael Key, Seth Rogen, Fred Armisen, Kevin Michael Richardson, Sebastian Maniscalco, and put poor Charles Martinet down there at the bottom. At least they put him on the dang poster here. And then they have this big block here, and it's like wondering what the movie's about. Who is it going to be in there? Is John Leguizamo going to be in there? I know Bob Hoskins can't be. He's since sadly passed away. So that's what I want to talk about. Put your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the movie is going to be good? And once again, I'm not digging on like Chris Pratt or the girl, Anya Taylor-Joy playing those characters. Not even really Charlie Day. It's really more about Jack Black and Seth Rogen. Those two really stick in my craw. It is like, And then the fact that Charles Martinet is being reduced down into a cameo role. I don't know. If you've ever listened to my N64 podcast when I was doing that, I talked a lot about Charles Martinet in that. And he did some amazing work as Mario. He's the voice of Mario for me, always. I don't care how good of a job Chris Pratt does, and he probably will do very well. He'll make it a very fun movie. Normally, movies he is in are very fun. But to me, it's always going to be Charles Martinet. That's just who it is. I think of that whenever I think of Mario. Just like whenever I think of Sonic, Ben, whatever his name was in the movie, did really good. Sounded like Sonic from Sonic Adventure. That's fine. But Jaleel White's always going to be the voice of Sonic in my head, too. It's just how this is. And I don't know, as someone that's been at their job a very long time as well, it's good when you are appreciated. And that is the key thing here. It's nice to see Charles' name up here with these celebrities. I would have put him much higher than that. I would have said, hey, Charles Martinet's in this movie, first thing. Not be like, oh, hey, Chris Pratt's playing Mario. I would have put him first, said, hey, he's not going to play Mario because X, Y, and Z, but at least he's right here. He's going to be involved in this project way more than what they're letting on. Okay, folks, that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to hit you up next time with something else. Wanted a little diversion from all the stuff going on in the world right now. It's a crazy place with everything going on, and especially that poor girl that was found. Her remains. That whole story is crazy. Not going to talk about that. It's sensationalism at this point. My opinions on it are, well, probably a lot of like other people's, but we live in a country where somebody has to go through due process. And oftentimes those people are not given due process because of publicity that a court case will get. And when I say that, I say that for everybody. Even people you think should have, been found guilty, OJ or Casey Anthony or something, they get tried in the court of public opinion, and it's okay to have an opinion on stuff, but they still have to go through something called due process. They have rights, and it's hard for me to understand how someone can have those said rights when there is nobody in the country that hasn't heard of certain cases. And I know a lot of people are probably believing that guy is guilty, and he may very well be. Probably alligator food, in my opinion. But the thing is, he still has to be found, and no matter what I say about it, I don't know what's going on in that whole situation. I am not part of it. I can only watch what is released, and it gets crazy just to speculate any further. So I will hit you up with something fun next week again, or something from the book. I don't know. Nobody left any comments as far as what they wanted to see last time, so you're gonna keep seeing stuff like this until I hear from you. But okay, everybody, good gaming. Have a great day. Have a great week. And tell me what you think of the casting choices of the Super Mario Brothers movie below. Until next time, bye.